In the midst of a garden, such a beautiful sight, lies a path that leads to a world of delight. With flowers in bloom so fragrant and true, a tapestry of colors, a heavenly view. Butterflies flutter and bumblebees hum, dragonflies dart in a symphony of fun. Birds sing sweet melodies under the sun, a rhapsody of nature to delight everyone. On each petal and wing, beauty is born, as the creatures of nature dance until morn. Their music and rhythm, a balm to the soul, a harmonious symphony making us whole. Fireflies twinkle in the moonlit sky, creating a dance with the stars up high. A symphony of senses so calming and still, a paradise each moment that always fulfills. Let the breath breathe us instead of we it, finding serenity in every moment and bit, allowing wisdom and beauty to uplift and inform, to guide us through life with peace that transforms. We crave not the thing, but the feeling it brings, the joy and the love that our heart longs to sing. So we find paradise in the midst of each day and hold on to it tightly as we drift off to lay. So close your eyes and breathe deep and slow, letting your senses guide you as you begin to glow. For in this garden of colors and sound, paradise and peace is always abound. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine a serene garden where stately trees with towering canopies provide a sense of majesty and grandeur that is awe-inspiring and peaceful. Flora of all shapes and sizes have grown to their full potential, growing a lush and verdant environment alive with synchronicity. The luxuriant green lawn spreading out before you is cool, surrounded and protected by evergreens and a variety of trees and shrubs that create a sense of depth and dimension. All around you, the garden is alive with your favorite plants and pollinators. Creating a rich and harmonious world of wonder that's filled with an array of fragrant and beautiful flowers. In this botanical garden, butterflies glide gracefully, while bumblebees buzz around, collecting nectar from the flowers. Dragonflies dance around the garden, their wings sparkling in the warm, golden sun, and birds sing sweetly, filling the air with their melodies, a symphony of nature's beauty. Your mind and body feels weightless, your thoughts calm and unhurried, and your breathing slows like gentle ripples on a tranquil lake in slow motion. You feel the sun warming your skin, melting away all the tension and busyness of the day. You begin to take deep, cleansing breaths, allowing your body to release tension with each exhale. As you focus on your breath, you start to feel a sense of calm spreading through your body, and each muscle from your head to your toes slowly relaxes and unwinds. Feel your face and scalp begin to soften and release, your mind becoming still and serene. With each breath, you sink deeper into relaxation, feeling completely at ease and at peace with yourself and the world around you. Feel the tranquility melting down to relax your throat and neck. Releasing your shoulders. Flowing into your back and chest. Imagine the green light of life and love tenderly illuminating your heart, filling it with positive, healing, well-being. Allow the relaxation to flow into your stomach, hips, thighs, knees, down through your calves and into your feet. Just floating off into the calm, cool darkness of your room, like a cool breeze easing you into open-mindedness, to watch the beauty and serenity of the garden come to life in the theater of your imagination. It's as if you're gazing out a large, picturesque window between your eyes on the inside of your forehead, out into a magical realm where flowers dance and sway, and the serenity of the garden whispers its words of wisdom to you in your dreams where anything is possible. And your mind is free to wander and explore without limitations. You find yourself gazing out into the magic and mystery with a primal desire to connect with the enchanting scene before you, totally giving in to the feelings of pure gratitude and appreciation for the beauty and wonder, for the essence of life itself that is flowing through you and everything growing around you, that feels as if it's casting a spell of contentment over you. It enters your body with each breath and purifies every part of your mind, body, and spirit. You feel yourself completely in the present moment, the gentle rhythm of your breath in, bringing tranquility, and releasing all attachments and thoughts with each exhale. You relax completely into the moment, at ease, content, and blissful. Walking out into the fading sunshine, you're greeted by a blue moon wisteria, perfectly framing the gardens with cascading racemes of fragrant, light blue lavender blooms. The swirling tendrils create a dreamy and romantic atmosphere. It has wound its way thickly around the white pergola posts and across its beams, creating a play of light and shadow, with intricate patterns being cast onto the table and surrounding area. The sweet fragrance creates a serenity that's so breathtakingly beautiful. It feels as if the world around you is fading away, and you're transported into the serenity of life growing all around you, where time slows down and everything is bathed in the softening, ethereal light of the magic hour. Your mind and body feels weightless, your thoughts calm and unhurried, like gentle ripples on a tranquil lake in slow motion. You feel the sun warming your skin, melting away all the tension and busyness of the day, and totally give in to the feelings of pure gratitude and appreciation for the beauty surrounding you, where all that matters is the present moment and the gentle rhythm of your breath. You relax completely into the moment, at ease, content, and blissful. As you pause to admire the view, one of the most enchanting, iridescent, blue-green, shimmering hummingbirds flies into the wisteria for a quick sip of nectar, only a few inches away from you. You can easily see why they are thought to be associated with magic and mysticism, as it seems to transform and change colors in shimmering gold and fuchsia accents right before your eyes. As it turns to you, you feel a connection with this tiny flying jewel, bringing you good luck and fortune. You notice the sweet fragrance of roses, the sedative sweet scent of cobalt blue lavender, and let the soothing aroma fill your senses. As you brush by a large pot spilling over with delicate white flowers interlaced with chocolate mint, you're pleasantly surprised by the refreshing hint of mint chocolate chip ice cream that rises up to greet you. As you begin to wander through the garden, down a gently curving path, you take a moment to feel the warm breeze on your face that has the exquisite softness of cashmere dreams. Feeling a deep connection and sense of oneness with life's essence and in tune with Earth's vibrations, connecting you to a deeper sense of being grounded and centered in life. You close your eyes and take a deep breath, inhaling the sweet aroma of the warmed earth and subtle bouquet of the garden. Listening to the rustling leaves as the wind passes through the trees, and allow a deep sense of ataraxia to fill your entire being. The trees stand tall in majesty, whispering secrets of life eternally, amidst tranquil stillness of verdant green, their white noise whispers so serene. Leaves rustle softly like a loved one's breath, sharing their essence at your bequest. A gentle breeze, their branches sway, their sunlit leaves sing and play. Whispers echo softly like a gentle rain, a soft touch, a lover's refrain. Their branches reach out to touch the sky as they whisper sweet nothings on a warm breeze sigh. So take a still moment to listen and hear the tree's words of wisdom, so calm and so dear. In their gentle love, you find your way to a world of peace where you forever stay. The slower you explore the garden, the more you unwind and relax, taking it all in. The worries of the day start to fade away like the setting sun, replaced with a sense of calm and tranquility. The gentle breeze carries the scent of fragrant flowers, warmed by the golden sunlight. And as the sun begins to gently set, the sky transforms into a canvas of rich pastel colors. You pause for a moment to soak it all in, admiring the bees emerging from the sweetness of each colorful blossom. Moving slower and more deliberately, their furry bodies dusted with yellow and orange pollen, and their legs heavy with the weight of their precious cargo. As they visit each flower, they become increasingly selective, slowly flying from flower to flower, leaving a trail of life and beauty with each complementary interaction. Ahead, you take notice of the beautiful black pearl heuchera with its purple and silvery heart-shaped leaves, as dark as a starless reflection of midnight captured in a plant. Their delicately layered leaves look as if they're painted with traces of mother of pearl, and as they gently move and sway in the cooling afternoon air, they take on different shades and hues, shimmering like an iridescent peacock feather. Next to them, the large, boysenberry-colored Berginia leaves catch your eye with shiny reflections of autumnal crimson and deep bronzed burgundy. Along the backside of them, the tough stuff hydrangea lace cap petals are bubblegum pink intermixed with purple blue, and rich wine-like Merlot hues saturating the leaves, adding autumnal depth and dimension that stands out in stunning contrast to the dark green leaves of the hellebores and light green, ferny astilbe foliage. You make your way through a rose-covered arch, intertwined with the whimsical, whirling, fairy skirts of sparky pink clematis, and elegant, blushing white double clematis that stands out, creating an alluring visual effect, one that's hard to resist and even harder to forget. Ahead, the white columns surrounding the fire pit are trailing with Samaritan Joe clematis that have extravagant white flowers edged in violet purple and fragrant scarlet honeysuckle, twining like lovers, supporting one another as they climb ever higher. Together, the vines create something greater than the sum of their parts. Their soft coral blush petals outlined against the blue sky, bringing an uplifting sense of blissful happiness to your heart, reminding you of carefree, happy childhood memories and the everlasting friendships that bring joy to your life. Hanging benches surrounding the flickering flames of the fire pit gently sway in the breeze, brushing up against the lemon balm to release their citronella essence. You take a deep breath and close your eyes, feeling the cool Corsican mint growing beneath your toes and the gentle breeze caressing your skin. You take a moment to appreciate this sanctuary of beauty, a place to escape the stresses of the day and find peace and serenity in a sea of green. You step lightly onto the soft, well-aged wood chips that blanket the ground, cushioning your every step and leading to the long, raised garden beds through a violet to indigo-colored hedge of blue barren rhododendrons arched like a rainbow. The cushioned path leads you to a parade of purple Schuberti alliums, spherical fireworks with blooms that radiate outwards in all directions, like starbursts in the night sky suspended in mid-air, intermingled with the sky-high white Everest alliums with delicate petals that seem to float like clouds on a breeze. The array of different shades of purple from all the different varieties complement each other perfectly, swaying in the gentle wind next to impressive white bearded iris and dahlias that have such vivid blooms of peach and magenta they look almost like wild orchids. You continue on to walk around the raised vegetable beds, admiring the orange Cinderella pumpkins, delightfully complementing their huge chartreuse leaves, and the bright cherry pink, salmon, and moonlight yellow nasturtiums that taste ever so slightly like spicy radishes. You love the way that they look so pretty in salads and as colorful garnishes for your favorite summer dishes. Like a little taste of sunshine, their sherbety range of colors adds a touch of warmth to the garden. The grapes on the trellises are also adding their beauty to the chorus of fall color, promising a bountiful harvest of sweet, delicious treats for both you and the birds who love them almost as much as you do. The blue-black Glendora grapes have a sweet and spicy flavor, with a surprising hint of blueberry, and the large, Easter egg-shaped bluish-red Jupiter seedless grapes with its candy-like muscat taste make your mouth water in anticipation as you pop one in your mouth and savor the sweet juiciness of summer in its full glory. The third trellis has seedless Einset grapes with bright red skin that glows champagne gold to deep powder sugar red, hanging like earrings with the sun shining through them. They ripen early and are prized for their firm, almost crunchy texture and sweet, unique, bright strawberry-like flavor. With the warm glow of the sunset highlighting their dew, they look as if they're lit from behind by a saturated Italian sunset. The fourth trellis is adorned with reliance, the ultimate in seedless dessert grape-eating pleasure. It ripens as early as July with crops of sweet, glossy, pinkish red fruit that develops in a dazzling array of colors, through which they pass before becoming a beautiful red-purple color when they're ready to savor right off the vine at the peak of their fragrant, juicy, dessert wine-like sweetness. They remind you of a court jester dressed in shimmering warm tones of silk when their colors are at their brightest and most varied. Around each grapevine are more azure, sweet romance lavender, with pretty purple stalks nodding their approval, just like the large pink lemonade and cupcake cosmos reaching over to wave hello, each one floating above fine, feathery foliage, looks like a pure white, delicate cupcake wrapper trimmed with pinking shears. This makes you think they'd be perfect for a little tea time posy, and imagine sipping a fragrant, steaming cup of your favorite tea with colorful petal confetti and perfectly decorated bite-sized lemon cupcakes topped with your favorite raspberries fresh off the cane. You take your new rounded shears that fit your hand perfectly and snip a few stalks with the most buds, just waiting to fully open over the next few days. The fully bloomed cups lightly dance this way and that, as if in excitement for having been chosen. You continue around, and an enchanting range of vivid sherbet zinnias draw you in to watch the fuzzy honeybees dancing in their pollen. You feel your mood elevate just looking at their happy raspberry, tangerine, dragon fruit magenta, lemon, apricot, and dusty lilac blushing with striking yellow and orange stamen centers. Their long-lasting, vibrant combinations are festive, but Bennery's giant lime green zinnias, with their extra double bloom next to the pink celery's tiny white miniature universe of umbrella-like blooms with intricate detail, transform into a work of art, alive with the summer afternoon shining through them. You carefully select each one just as it's beginning to fully bloom, unfolding layer after layer of radiating petals to add to bouquets that will last for weeks of enjoyment. Underneath the flowers, the front edges of the beds are lined with strawberries, their exuberant arms reaching out to say hello and produce even more delectable, large, perfectly shaped, ripe strawberries all season long. Your eyes scan along the varying shades of clover-shaped green leaves to see flashes of bright claret red playing hide and seek. Lifting the leaves, you see large, sweet, fully ripe strawberries with rich red, glossy skin lightly freckled with seeds, all cozied up under their scalloped parasol leaves. They get added, tucked in the bottom of your basket in anticipation to make individual strawberry tarts with rich dollops of fresh whipped cream, garnished with a little mint. Behind them are pretty little calendula, aptly named creme brulee for their creamy custard yellow petals and lightly toasted edges. Next to them are your favorite cheery apricot sunrise, which couldn't be more aptly named, with their blushing dawn petals radiating around a center that reminds you of a tiny pot of melting chocolate. At the end of the bed, large blue-green leaves and charming bright orangey-red miniature pumpkins on a stick bring you childlike delight, as it always does. You cut a few, marveling at how they look exactly like miniature pumpkins, and think how well they'll go with the dark eggplant purple dahlias that have just started waking from their buds. Grandiose bowl of cream white peonies seem to defy nature, blooming abundantly, their petals like satin sheets, soft and smooth to the touch, adorn their strong, dark green stems next to double daylilies and an array of dahlias. Each dahlia inspires awe and pure admiration, from small tubular lavender blossoms no bigger than a quarter, and light coral orange and yellow cactus blooms, to huge dinner plate works of art painted in the warmest hues of cafe au lait, spiced carrot cake warm from the oven, and the clearest seashell pink, cream, and yellow colors of outbreak, with a hint of orange as soft as a baby's blanket. Their beauty reminds you of what Alfred Tennyson said: "If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk through my garden forever." waiting patiently next to the colorful grapevine leaves that look as if they've been dipped into a pool of paint of bright chartreuse yellow-green that saturate them. There are a few giant, sweet tart blackberries ready to be added to your basket. So big, you like to eat them in little bites, along with the only handful of loganberries and raspberries left that the birds didn't enjoy first. You wonder if the black velvet dessert gooseberries are ready and make a mental note to go take a peek when they're done. The small, sugary sweet berries ripen to a very dark black mahogany red and are renowned for making decadent crumbles, jams, and chutneys. Your mouth waters just thinking about the idea of picking one of nature's sweet tarts straight from the bush and popping it in your mouth to enjoy. As you walk through the garden surrounded by the beauty of nature, you feel your body relax, your mind calm, and your heart fill with gratitude. The colors, scents, and textures of the garden are a sensory delight, and you feel at peace, lost in the moment. You continue your stroll, admiring the autumnal beauty that surrounds you, and bask in the fading warmth of the day. As the air continues to cool, the clouds above are painted with strokes of pink, purple, and gold, forming a breathtaking canvas that seems to stretch on forever. Each ray of light draws your attention to the flowers that have burst into life, their colors deepening and intensifying as the sun bathes them in the magic hour's rich golden glow. The voluptuous petals of David Austin's Graham Thomas roses catch the light, shimmering like jewels, while the leaves of the trees and multicolored bushes cast long, languid shadows across the lawn. Next to the lemon chiffon moon dance hybrid tea roses, an evergreen magnolia creates an invitation to admire its elegant branches, creating shelter and shade with its dark green, glossy leaves and velvety brown undersides. The lush foliage shimmering in the setting sun creates a sense of privacy and seclusion. There's a profusion of sublime, ivory white cupped blossoms. Their aroma heady with a scent of cheesecake, made with just a hint of lemon zest. You find yourself stopping to inhale deeply and fully immerse yourself in the moment. As the sun dips lower, the colors intensify, and the clouds begin to reflect shades of deep red, magenta, and orange, one fading into another. sailing against the backdrop of the sunset, with streaks of gold in constant flux, painted anew with every passing moment. Floating effortlessly, they inspired dreamy flights of fancy. So soft and ethereal, you imagine floating up to snuggle into the coziness of one, and floating effortlessly across the sky into the limitless world of imagination when you allow yourself to dream. Brilliant shades of pink and orange melt like cotton candy, creating a fiery spectacle in the sky, with the silhouettes of the trees ever more defined, each branch outlined against the glowing backdrop of the sunset, their crimson leaves dancing in the breeze. The golden hues of sunlight warm your skin like a comforting embrace, a reminder of the simple pleasures of life. The delicate scent of lilac drifts across the dewy lawn, transporting you to a place of peace and tranquility that leaves you feeling relaxed and at ease. It's a wonderfully comforting sensation, like drifting off to sleep, swaying gently in a beautifully ornate crocheted hammock. A profound state of tranquility and peace spreads throughout your body, as if you've continued floating weightless on a cloud. You're suffused with complete contentment and satisfaction, resting peacefully in the comfort of the gently swaying hammock. The movement is slow and soothing, a repetitive motion that's hypnotic, with just enough momentum to create a sense of weightlessness and ease. You hear the soft creaking as it sways gently back and forth, from side to side. And in the background, the soft gurgling of the waterfall blends seamlessly with the quietly rustling leaves and surrounding, subsiding environment. You close your eyes and feel yourself basking in the cool, dappled shade of the giant tree canopies above you, outlined by fluffy white clouds that you observe as they transform and change shapes from one moment to the next. Like dreams, one melting into the other, until they dissolve like sugar in a hot cup of tea. Crystals floating away from the surface, gently dissolving into steaming swirls of amber sweetness. The motion is slow and gentle, with a fluidity that is both warm and inviting. The sun peeks through the leaves, igniting the canopies with colors that gleam. The garden is alive with the buzzing of bumblebees and dragonflies and the soft flutter of butterfly wings, weightlessly levitating on the cooling evening air. The soft evening air is also tinged with a fruity aroma, like the smell of freshly sliced apricots or a juicy nectarine. It's a fragrance that's both tangy and sweet, like a summer fruit salad with Rainier cherries, Nubiana plums, and Asian pears lightly drizzled with honey. As you continue to meander through the garden, the fragrance seems to change, evolving and shifting with each new flower you encounter. You can pick up the spicy scent of geranium and the heady aroma of daphne, each bloom adding its own unique note to the symphony of smells. Beautiful butterflies who are drawn to the garden by the same sweet scent delicately float from flower to flower, suspended in time. It's a sight that fills your heart with joy and wonder. Each butterfly seems to be a work of art, with intricate patterns and vibrant colors that catch the light and shimmer like stained glass capturing the light of the sun. As they float from flower to flower, their wings beat gently, then silently glide, captivating you in a manner that is both soothing and hypnotic. The flowers they visit are equally stunning, with delicate petals and colors that range from soft pinks and purples to bright blue, white, oranges, and yellows. The effect is serene and peaceful. Time slows down and you become still and quiet. You gently cup your fingers around one of your favorite scented roses, Jude the Obscure, admiring the exquisite, blushing swirl of pale yellow, velvety petals, and breathe in its delicious fruity notes of sangria made with guava and sweet white wine. Sky blue Johnson's geranium fills in all around the base of an Australian willow across from you, with oriental stargazer lilies standing proud, their heads held high. You look around and can see them rising above the astilbes, through the cassis, and interwoven all through the borders. There are vibrant pink petals freckled with contrasting colors and bright orange stamens, which only add to their striking visual glamour. All of the petals of the lilies are broad and bold, each proudly displaying their most appealing endowments. Pearlescent white eyeliner shimmering in the sun, double sweetly aromatic rose lilies with a hint of green along each petal. Rich buttercream yellow of Conca d'Or, and the striking dark crimson black beauty with petals like pulled back drawn bows that showcase a white edge and central green star. But the stars of the show are always the trumpet lilies. Regal with its light carnation pink outside, framing the iridescent white inside with yellow-green centers, and Beijing moon, its more saturated coral, orangey pink sister, with slightly ruffled edges and a lemon yellow center, are incredibly elegant, with flowers on sturdy 6-foot stems that are intensely fragrant, and each blossom head as large as your hand, some even larger. Their petals curve gently outward and have as many as 20 flowers per stem. As you look closer, you appreciate the delicate intricacy of the petals themselves. Each smooth and glossy, with a slight sheen that catches the warm sunlight like a kaleidoscope. Just beyond, the hardy kiwi vine is a verdant tangle of twisting tendrils and leafy fronds, like a wild work of art. Its lush foliage, a graceful step, each leaf a fluid gesture, spreading like a green blanket across the trellis with a gentle but determined grip. The fruit itself tastes like a burst of sunshine on your tongue, exploding with flavor full of juicy sweetness and just a hint of tropical tartness that leaves your taste buds singing. Gold hues like rays of sunshine, casting a warm glow across a field of daffodils, alongside green hues like a fresh spring day, full of new growth and renewal glow from the ripe fruits. The orange tones are warm and inviting, each one complementing and enhancing the others. A testament to the balance and complexity of the natural world. Each delectable miniature, smooth kiwi tastes like you're savoring happiness, a piece of summer in the midst of winter, bringing a burst of warmth and brightness that permeates your senses. As the light changes, so do the colors of prismatic orbs in an array of lush green, yellow, orange, and golden hues, like a living, breathing lava lamp created by nature itself, melting into a silky fluidity. The fragrance carried on the soft evening air fills your senses with warm, sweet aromas of fresh honey infused with a rich, fruity essence of ripe fruit from the chocolate vines with their delicate little flowers dangling upside down so you can look up into their pretty little faces. The scent of warm golden honey is so inviting that it evokes feelings of comfort and warmth. Its sweet and slightly floral scent both soothe and uplift you, and as you breathe it in, you connect with how it's reminiscent of the fragrant flowers that bees collect nectar from to create this golden elixir. As you breathe in the fragrance, you can almost taste the sweetness on your tongue and feel the smooth texture of honey melting in your mouth, noticing how it's imbued with a sense of warmth and sweetness. You admire storm shelter and Pandora's box daylilies, gently nodding their greetings, both looking at you with their rich, purple burgundy eye zone. Giant coral Hawaiian sunset peonies, and a progression of bright purple salvia humming with bees that runs all the way around to the ruffled edges of tangerine salome and peach unlock the stars double daylilies. Persicaria, also fondly called knotweed, blooms in the shade behind the peonies, salvia, and daylilies. Their broad, oval, medium green leaves with rosy, cardinal red sprays of airy flowers that look like fuzzy caterpillars on long, slender wand-like stems wave gently to and fro, like the butterflies that dance from flower to flower. Their performance is like witnessing a magical ballet, each movement graceful and deliberate, with silent flight that's so delicate and airy, just like the gentle breeze that carries them from one flower to the next. The creamy-edged variegated green hostas resting next to them in the dappled shade have exotic white flowers whose perfume reminds you of Arabian Nights. As you watch this delicate and serene display, you feel a sense of connection to the natural world, a reminder of the beauty and wonder that surrounds us every day. It's a moment that fills your heart with joy and wonder and leaves you feeling grateful for the simple pleasures of life. Contemplating the serenity that surrounds you, you notice that both the cotton candy hyssop and butterfly bush are favorites of the butterflies. Their sweet nectar an irresistible attraction. You pause by the butterfly bush, watching as an elegant monarch delicately sips nectar from the vibrant purple blooms. Its wings are soft as a whisper, their vibrant orange stained glass patterns outlined by thick black borders with white dots, a true marvel of nature's artistry. Its movements ethereal and graceful. Over on the creamy white milkshake cone flowers and vibrant purple salvia, a Canadian yellow swallowtail butterfly fills your heart with wonder and joy. Its wings are bright and vibrant yellow, with bold black stripes and royal blue spots like tiny sapphires, shimmering and glistening in the sunlight. As the butterfly flits from flower to flower, it moves with a delicate grace, like dance movements choreographed on air. It's a moment of pure magic, a reminder to connect with and appreciate the beauty and wonder that surrounds you every day. As the butterflies enjoy the flowers, you notice they seem to become one with their surroundings, a part of the natural world and not just visitors passing through. A big, fuzzy bumblebee landing on the lotus peonies next to you brings a contented smile to your face. It's both fascinating and mesmerizing to watch as it approaches the flower, its wings creating a gentle buzz that fills the air. With a delicate touch, the bee lands on the flower, its furry body collecting nectar and pollen as it snuggles around in the very heart of the magnificent blooms with layer after layer of petals surrounding it. As it moves from one flower to the next with purposeful determination, they slightly bounce from the weight of its chocolate chip cookie-colored, plump body covered in a soft coat of pollen. The bee is in perfect harmony with the flowers, its presence an essential part of the cycle of life. As it moves from one flower to the next, the bee leaves behind a trail of wonder and beauty. Across the verdant green lawn, the soothing tones of a deep, large wind chime are played by the delicate breath of Mother Nature. The singing wind chimes resonate through the air, its deep tones blending perfectly with the gentle rustling of the leaves, creating a sense of harmony and balance that resonates with your soul. You feel the cool grass tickle your toes and the gentle breeze caress your skin, bringing with it the soothing sounds of rustling leaves and chirping birds, signaling it's time to retire for the evening. You close your eyes and breathe in the peacefulness of the moment, feeling grateful for this opportunity to slow down and connect with the beauty of nature. Remember, like the sunset, life is fleeting, but it is also filled with beauty and wonder. Take a moment to appreciate the small things, the fragrant flowers, the soft breeze, the twinkling stars, and the company of those you love. The subtle aromas of cypress, juniper, and spruce, rich and deep, fill the air. Evergreens lend a quiet strength and gentle perfume to the sense of tranquility all around you. From the blue hoop sea, weeping white Norway spruce, soft and fluffy Vanderwolf pine, and deodar cedar with fragrant rose-like cones that look like sculptures with delicate scales adorned with tiny bracts, like tiny hands reaching out from within. And at their base, a small stem from which they hang, swaying gently in the breeze. The cones are a symbol of resilience and endurance, their seeds waiting patiently within for the perfect moment to take root and grow into majestic trees. Other evergreens have bright purple cones that shine like they're decorated with nature's Christmas lights. The distinctive hints of cedar and pine mingle with the dampness of the earth and the vines. You breathe in deep and let the woodsy essence lull you deeper and deeper to sleep. In this moment, amidst the trees, you find tranquility that's pure and sweet. As you settle into an even deeper state of relaxation, your muscles begin to unwind, and all tension and stress that you may have been holding on to just melts away. A poem starts to unwind in your mind. In the depths of my soul, there lies a tranquil sea where waves of peace and bliss flow endlessly. A lucid state of being, free from worry and strife. A robust equanimity that gives new life. In this state, the heart is light as a feather, and the mind is clear as crystal, now and forever. No longer do the shackles of distress hold sway, for a boundless freedom has come to stay. Each moment feels like a gift, a precious gem, and life itself a priceless diadem. Here in the garden, we find a divine presence, a blissful, peaceful existence beyond all essence. In the realm of serenity, a state so pure and bright, where worries dissipate and fears take flight. A lucid state of being where the mind is still and the heart beats with a calmness so surreal. In this tranquil state so full of delight, my soul is drenched in the essence of life. Oh, the bliss of this state where thoughts disappear and the soul flies free in dusk so austere. This peaceful state of mind is like a balm for the soul, where worries disappear and the mind is made whole. In this state, one finds true love divine in the beauty of life with its purest design. For in this lucid state of equanimity so true, we find a peace that's eternal and forever anew. Your breathing becomes slow and deep, and you feel your heart rate slow down as your body enters a state of peaceful tranquility. Under the trees, a shady glen of verdant ferns unfurl their delicate fronds in classic Fibonacci perfection. Speckled wedding party hellebores with their pure white saucer-shaped flowers and dark, glossy evergreen veined leaves are interlaced with nodding, slightly curved, waxy blooms, streaked with pinks, purple, and those with soft, buttery yellows with a central ring of stamens that are tipped with small yellow-green anthers. A dragonfly flutters by, its iridescent wings catching the light as it dances through the air. You listen to the sweet melodies of the birds, their songs filling the garden with this sweet song of lullabies. You feel a sense of calm and contentment wash over you, like the stream from the pond trickling over the river rocks, accentuating their shiny, earthy colors, flowing down to happily join the pond filled with beautiful, flowing butterfly koi, slowly floating around the glorious blooming lotus. It's a serene and mesmerizing sight. The koi, with their long and graceful fins, seem to glide through the water without effort, their movements slow and deliberate. Each of their colors are breathtaking, like living works of art, some with patterns of deep red, black, and white, others shimmering gold, platinum, and apricot. They are artistry in motion, elegant and exquisite, scales shimmering in the light. Their movements and long flowing fins are fluid, billowing around them like soft silk gowns. The blooming lotus, which float on the surface of the pond, soar above the lily pads, showing off their delicate, jewel-toned petals in a riot of color, ranging from soft pink edged in fuchsia with green tips and yellow seed pods, surrounded by an aura of white stamens that look like nonpareils on confectionery. Beautiful dancer, the first to bloom, takes your breath away with its vivid pink developing into extra light butter yellow and warm coral pink edges. Peeking out behind it is the multi-petaled dreamland, with blossoms so large, the creamy, light pink and green colors, with hints of yellow and well-loved huge chartreuse seed pods, glow like Lilliputian suns. The koi and the lotus dance together in perfect harmony, as if they're part of a carefully choreographed ballet. The koi move with fluid grace, their fins creating ripples on the surface of the water that gently rock the lotus blooms. The lotus, in turn, respond to the koi, their petals swaying in the gentle currents created by their movements. As you relax into the scene of tranquility and calm, time slows down and everything around you is bathed in an evanescent, gentle light. The air is filled with the sweet perfume of lotus, which is a soothing balm to your senses. As you watch the koi, lotus, and wildlife that live symbiotically, you feel a sense of connection to nature, as if you're witnessing a timeless dance that has been performed for centuries. It's a moment of pure beauty and wonder, a reminder of the magic that can be found in the simplest of things. The intoxicating scent invites you to take a deep breath and savor the delicate notes that dance around you. The lavish petals of tall bearded iris generously release their floral notes of herbaceous violet essence into the air, enveloping you in a symphony of smells that are both familiar and exotic. You can detect the scent of jasmine from the abelia, filling the air like a memory of a pleasant dream, blending dreamily with the inviting aroma of honeysuckle that lingers on your skin like a warm embrace from a loved one. Its sweet and subtle notes evoking nostalgic feelings of contentment and joy. The Romantica roses and vivid cerulean black and blue salvia are a striking display of contrast. With their velvety, soft to the touch, trumpeted flowers that rise above dark green foliage in wands of saturated color. They add a subtle, herbal earthiness and sense of depth to the fragrant perfume of the garden that leaves a lasting impression. The sky above is painted with shades of fuchsia pink, orchid purples, and fiery oranges, like a flowy watercolor sunset. As the last rays of the sun disappear over the horizon, the garden is bathed in twilight, and the air is filled with a sense of peacefulness and tranquility. You can see the first twinkling stars winking at you from the darkening backlit blue sky, outlining all the trees on the opposite horizon. A pale golden, silvery moonlight starts to wash across the sky overhead as you continue making your way through the garden. The flowers, now bathed in shadow, seem to sigh as they close their petals for the night, and in their place, fireflies begin to emerge. Their yellow golden pinpoints of light, like tiny stars reflected on dewy leaves, gently dancing on the warm breeze that caresses your skin. The sun slowly dips below the horizon, and the moon and stars begin to take center stage, casting a soft, moonlit glow over the garden. The darkening blues, greens, and purple streaks in the sky are like northern lights in slow motion, slowly fading to an indigo blue evening sky. As the night shines on, the garden transforms into a magical place. The stars twinkle above, and the fireflies create a glittery sea of tiny golden auras. The night air is cool and crisp, and you feel a deep sense of peace settle over you. You find a comfortable spot to sit and watch the fireflies dance, breathing it all in one last time. All around you, trees stand tall and proud, their branches reaching up to caress the stars that shine above, like mirrors echoing the fireflies glowing in the night. The shimmering platinum moon rises so big, it seems to stretch across the entire sky. Each intricate detail of the craters and ridges outlined in detail. As it continues its ascent from rising up from the horizon. Gazing up at the night sky, you reach out and trail your fingers through the shimmering, ethereal aurora surrounding it, leaving an arc of radiant luminescence tracing across the velvety darkness for a few moments before it fades away like mist. In this moment, the beauty of the world seems to come alive, and you can't help but be in awe of the sheer majesty and wonder of nature. It's a mesmerizing, magical moment, a memory that lingers in your mind like a dream. And a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always beauty to be found. You feel a profound sense of calmness and balance, at one with your intuition and inner wisdom. With a smile on your face and a peaceful feeling in your heart, you make your way back inside, ready to drift off into a restful and rejuvenating sleep, dreaming of the beauty of the garden and the sweet fragrance of flowers. You take one last look at the garden, shimmering in the moonlight, feeling grateful for its beauty and the sense of calm it brings to your heart. On your way, you gather a handful of flowers to arrange into a beautiful bouquet. You place the bouquet on your nightstand, and as you climb into bed, you can still feel the softness of the petals against your skin. The fragrance of the garden is both soothing and serene, a reminder of the beauty and richness that surrounds you. It's a scent that lingers in your memory long after you leave the garden, a whispered promise of peace and tranquility. The room is dimly lit, the moon casting a gentle glow across the walls, and you can hear the distant chirping of crickets and frogs starting to sing in chorus like audio stars. You take a deep breath in, letting the fragrant air fill your lungs, and as you exhale, you feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into the mattress. Your whole body is heavy, relaxing deeper and deeper. You observe the silence in your mind, and your thoughts begin to drift, allowing yourself to simply be in the moment, appreciating the beauty of the garden and the calming embrace of the night. You begin to feel sleepy and drowsy, ready to easily fall into a long, restful slumber. Your mind becomes quiet and still as you sink deeper and deeper into relaxation, slipping further and further into a world of beautiful dreams. You feel a sense of detachment from the outside world, as if nothing else matters in this moment except for the warmth and comfort of your own body. You feel a soft smile form on your lips as you savor the blissful sensation of falling asleep, completely at ease. In this state of relaxation, you find yourself simply basking in the tranquility and stillness of the moment, peacefully drifting off into a deep and restful sleep, leaving you feeling refreshed and renewed for whatever lies ahead. You take one more deep breath, letting go, falling deeper and deeper into a restful sleep. You sleep throughout the whole night, peacefully enveloped in the soothing embrace of nature's beauty, knowing that the garden will be waiting for you when you wake. Drifting further and further into sleep, you remember the words of Albert Camus. Autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower, and you feel grateful for the opportunity to witness the beauty of this season in all its colorful glory. Remember this garden and all its beauty as you dream sweet dreams rich with its memories. Let the colors and scents fill your heart and soothe your soul.